Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys is working on this series, Wreck to Riches on the 3KA. This is car 1, episode 1. So let's, we've got a lot to do around this car. I've got a load of bits and pieces to sort out before it goes for the MOT. So yeah, let's just see what happens with this one. Obviously it was a free car and it does need some work under the seals and stuff like that, so we're going to be tackling those today. Also the rear shocks, we're going to be looking at those today as well, replacing those and changing them over. And yeah, let's just see what we can get done and what this is going to sell for. Like I said before, it's going to be a series to the end of the year. Let's see what we can end up with from this free car. Just keep flipping, keep buying, keep fixing, and then just see what we go. But I'm going to call it Wreck to Riches, on this series. So let's spin you around. Let's get into it. Let's do this. Right, so here we go, guys. Let's get into this one. So as you can see there, I'm starting to take it away a little bit just to see what it was like, and yeah, see it there as well. So we do need to carry on taking this let's see how far we go. We'd have to sort of cut patches out. I don't know whether or not to replace the whole thing at the minute, but you know, I've got to see if I can get hold of them. I think Euro car parts actually do replacement seals, but will they do it for this old KA? I do not know at the minute. This one ain't too bad. This one's probably the better of the both sides, and you can see it's just there. Everywhere else on there. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get it on the ramp. And should we get it on the ramp? No, let's get it on axle stands, take it right up, get the grinder and get the blemishing disc on it, and then just take all that off, just blemish it all off, grind it back, and let's just see how bad it is. Yeah, that's what we're going to do first. Oh, I'm tired today. Anyway, I've actually got a board, like I said I was going to do. And obviously we've got the car there. This is car 1, Ford KA. And I've done all the figures, starting to write down all what I've spent so far. You can see the car cost me nothing. Rust paint was 20 quid. The rear shocks, I've got those, 37 quid for 2. And the 2 top mounts for the front, because they were a bit loose. I thought grab them anyway, 20 quid. So yeah, I've managed to get the, these have actually turned up. These are the rear ones, shocks. So we'll get them, hopefully get them replaced today, in today's video. But obviously, you know, more importantly is these seals. That's what's going to really sort of, I really don't know. I don't want to get rid of this car. This is not going to the scrap, man. This is getting fixed no matter what. Like I said to you before, there's no rust around there whatsoever. It's really clean. And it just will seem a shame to get rid of this car. I want to bring this car back to life. You know, back on the road, roadworthy, 12 months MOT. And then it'll do someone a good turn, I think, for a nice little run around. So yeah, we have to deal with what you've got to deal with, and this is what we've got to deal with. So yeah, it's just that I've never done any of those kind of work on the seals before. This is a first for me. But you know, like many of you already know, I am not a quitter, and I definitely get involved and definitely give things a try. Yeah, if someone says to me, like, you can't do that, let's give it to the scrap man, you can't do that, it's not worth it, that just motivates me more to prove them wrong. I'm telling you now. So let's jack this up, guys. Put it on axle stands, because putting it on the lift is going to do us no favours, because I won't be able to get to the seals, because it's the seals part that lifts it up. So it has to go on axle stands, a bit of height. So let me do that. I'll set it all up, and then I'll start taking it back. You'll see me taking it back with a grinder, and then let's just see how bad they are. So let's do this. Yeah, right, guys, let me just show you the passenger side. I opened the doors just to let some dust out and stuff. But I'm wearing goggles and eye protections and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, there's no real issue there. But let me show you this. So this is obviously the worst part of it, is here. And you can see I've just sort of marked it round just I think that's where I'm going to cut it out, to be honest with you. So I'm going to cut this piece of the seal out and put a new piece of metal inside there, and then yeah, get it welded into the place, and then everything else seems to be all right. Obviously underneath there, all the way along here, it's the only piece that seems all right. It's just a little bit of surface rust. It's just this here. I can't really sort of leave this here, and there's a little bit there. So I thought it's starting to go through. So I thought, you know what, if I'm doing this, let's just carry it on to there, and then get it all done properly, yeah. But there we go. It's not that bad. It's just this needs to be cut out, obviously, there, and replaced. So yeah, it's the other side that I'm more concerned about, because obviously there's a lot more on the seal, the rust is on the seal. So that might have to be cut out completely along. So yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about. And you can see that it's quite bad, you know, just there. But going along, it's going to be the same. So, yeah. You know, do I try and get a replacement panel for this seal? I don't know if you can get those kind of things, but it's worth a try. This one is obviously the worst one, but I want to make sure that, you know, I can try to do the best I can with it. I don't just want to podge it up and fix it. This is not what I want to do. But, you know, it has got value, but it's just my time, really. So let me see what the cost is, if anything, if I can get them. Let me take this down as well. Let me just grind this right back, and then I'll get some prices to see if I can find a seal, and we'll go from there. I'm never going to find a not rotten KA seal, because they're all going to be like this, from the breakers, I believe. But yeah, let me come back to you in a minute, guys, and I'll see what I can find. Right, okay. Let me just show you what I've done on the passenger side. I've left the driver side for a minute. I know it's the worst side, but let me just see what I can do with this side. And what I've done, was cut out the actual rust part of there, so you can see it there. I've cut it out. And it was this piece here. It wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. It's a little bit there, and it's starting to go at the end. But I thought, like, I'll drag it across and then cut it out. So that's what I've did. And went and got some sheet metal from Ironmongery guy down the end. It's there. That cost me a £5 for that sheet, and already it's on the board. Sheet of metal, £5. Oh, there's the. Did I show you these earlier? I don't know if I remember showing you or not. But they're the rear shocks that we've got to do as well. But anyway, this is what I've done. So, this is obviously the old one, and I've cut it off, and I've managed to get one other piece cut in exactly the same there, like that. So that fits in here. And I've had to roll it a little bit to get the angle, but it fits absolutely perfect in there. Now, I've seen where all they do is they weld it there and they tack it. You can't just do one complete line. You have to do it in sort of tacks, and it takes a bit of time. So I'm going to do that and have a go at it. I've never done it before, so that'll be interesting. But what I did was I cut out another piece that overlapped it about 10, 15 mil each side, all the way around this. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick these together, and then I'm going to put that in like that, inside, and then rest it so that it's got something. So I'm tacking against something. Do you see what I'm saying? There. I'm probably not doing it the right way, guys, but I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm just having a go. And I think I'm probably going over the top, but I want something to tack up against, and I think that's going to be my only way of doing that. So yeah, I've seen plenty of videos where they just, like I said, they just put that up and then put it up there, and then they start tacking across there, which is fair enough. I don't know, but I'm going to try it this way and see if I can get another plate behind it to support all the way around it. Whether or not that's going to work, you will see. But I'm going to try. So I'm going to go and borrow the MIG welder from the guy down the road, and then I'll set it up, come back, and then I'll set you up, guys, and then you can see me having a go, my first go at welding. So let's do this. Right, guys, just going to give you a quick update. As you can see, I managed to get some tacks around just to hold it in place. I've got these, you can see these like, they're like magnets, and it's just to hold it in place while I get a few tacks. And that's exactly what's happened here. So I can take these off now because I've got a few tacks going round. This is my very first time in doing this welding, guys, so yeah. No one was going to expect it to be the best, to be honest with you. I wasn't. As long as it does, you know, as long as it's fit for purpose, then that's all we can ask for, really. So there we go. I'm just going to sort of carry on, but you can see, look, you know, it's holding, it's in place, it's solid, and that's only a few tacks round. So all I've got to do now is just keep going round. You can't do it in a line. You have to do it spot, 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 all the way around the whole panel. So, and then once we've done that, I'll grind it back flat all the way around, and then yeah, be ready for paint preparation. So, oh, let me show you the other side quickly. Before I carry on, just want to show you what I've done on the other side. So, this one here was the one in the middle, was probably the worst one. I've managed to obviously cut it out, and then I've bent a bit of metal to shape the original one. So now that sort of just goes in there like that. And then we'll tack it all up all the way around and do exactly the same thing. This side as well, we've got one plate underneath here that I've cut out. Again, I've cut another piece, and that will sit like that. And we'll tack it up again all the way around. So that's that one done. I've got one here that I need to attend as well. I might cut that out, put another one there. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, and there's one at the end. This one's a little bit more tricky. It's a jacking point as well, so I want to make sure that this is pretty solid. So what I've done is I've cut another piece. Instead of cutting it out, I'm just going to overlap it and make it stronger to where it is, like that. And then tack it all up, weld it all up, and then away we go. So that's where we are, guys. We are actually welding, but you know, it's the first time I've ever done it, so I'm just having a go, and it's, you know, it's like anything, it's just practice, practice, practice. But I'll carry on, and then I'll come back to you and yeah, show you what I've done. So let's do this. Right, guys, let me give you an update as to what I've been doing. So, this side, as you can see, so I've done all the tacks, and then blemished it black with a grinder, get it as flat as I can, and yeah, got a little bit more to get down there, but it's definitely getting there. That's kind of where the direction I'm going. I think I've done all right, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever done this type of welding. I've done stick welding before, but only a tiny bit, like nothing major. This is the the biggest welding job I've ever done. So yeah. Sorry guys, someone walked in, so I had to cut it short there. Also done another piece here. I've cut this piece out here and started to sort of do this one as well. I use these magnets to hold it in place, and then whilst you know what I mean, you can done a few little tacks, so you just pull them off, and then yeah, you continue tacking round. So that just needs a good tack round. That one there, you can see I've been working on this one as well. You know, the welding ain't great, I'll be honest with you, but it's doing the job. It's holding it in place, and getting it done. I've done a cover plate here for this side, like that. Then I've got to continue sort of tacking it up all the way around, and making sure that it's solid. That's sort of holding it. It was holding it there and pushing it back so I can sort of get it flat against there and then weld it across. So yeah, that is where we are with it at the minute. I did obviously, I'll show you, disconnected the battery because we don't want any spikes going on with the ECU, wherever it is, if it's got it. I don't even know because it's so bloody old. But yeah, I've disconnected the battery anyway, just to make sure that, you know, nothing happens. I've started to tape up the headlights as well, both sides, because I want to sort of just, you know, give them a sand down first and then a polish to see if I can get those looking a little bit better than what it is. It's just another job that needs to be done. So yeah, got that taped up. So yeah, I'll carry on and I'll come back to you and let you know where we are. I might actually just take a break from that actually, because it's doing my head in. Laying down there all the time, it's just really doing my nut in. So what I might do, I might have a tackle at these rear shocks. Smoke coming out of there. Yeah, I might have a go at these rear shocks, guys. Undo them, take them down. God, that is smoke in it. Why is it smoke in this? Nothing's on fire, I hope. I've got fire extinguishers just in case. I don't think so. It does really look like it, doesn't it? I better check it out, make sure that it's all right. But yeah, it's probably come to the end of the channel and sort of gathered up into there. Anyway, guys, let me set you up. I don't know what that's for. That's obviously old something. Yeah, let me set you up, guys. Let's get these rear shocks off. I think it's just a case of the top bolt, bottom bolt, and then yeah, we'll have to compress the spring, get the spring off, and take it apart, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's have a go at that. I need a break from doing this. I really do need a break from it. It's just so like, if the car was up in the air and you was doing it standing up or whatever, head height, it'll be so much better. But I can't get it up that high to do it because of the ramps. Yeah, let me set you up. Let's go for this. Let's get a rear shock off. Let's have a little play with that. We'll come back to that later. It's not, you know what I mean? It ain't got to be done in one go. It could gradually do it. So I need a break. That's what I'm saying. Let me set you up. Let's go for one of these at the back at least. Split it up a little bit. So yeah, let's carry on with this car. Let's do this. Right, guys, that is the shocks. Both sides are off. And yeah, as you can see, very much leaking. This one ain't too bad, but it's not that bad. But this one's got a bit of a major problem compared to this one. And that is, if you can see there, it is snapped. So that should be up the top. Yeah, so that's not good. So we've got to now replace the springs on both sides. We're just going to replace both of them. Not worth just replacing one. Do the pair. That's done then. New springs, new shocks, sorted. So yeah, just got a quote for the springs, and they are £7 each plus VAT. So they're being delivered tomorrow morning. Also, tomorrow morning, I've got coming the oil filter, air filter, and oil for this car, because we'll do a service as well. Get all that done, and then that's a service on the engine as well. New oil, air filter, oils, filters at the back. So that's that. So we can't carry on with the rear shocks. I'm gonna give it a rest with the welding for now. Go back to that another time. So now I'm going to start work on taking these front shocks down to replace the mounts underneath, because yeah, like I've showed you before, it's too loose, and it seems like, I've looked online and it seems like that rubber mount that's underneath that there definitely shrinks over time and perishes or whatever. And yeah, it needs replacing. So I'm going to start work on this. I'll set you up. Let's get these fronts off. Let's see if we find any springs that are broken on this front as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we haven't, and then they're good. The bottom seems all right here, so that's okay, but it's the top piece and anything else. So let me set you up. Let's crack on. Let's work on the front. Right guys, so this one is out and I've swapped over the top bearing. This is the old one here. See it there? So I had to get 2 clamps, one each side, compress the spring to get that bolt off, and just to hold it in place while I get this bolt off, otherwise it'll go doing straight off. So you have to compress it to hold it down while you undo this top bolt. So did that, put the new bearing on top. This is the new mount here, top mount, and that just sits over right on top like that. This is the old one, and let me see if I can line it up, but I don't know if you can see that, but there is a slight difference, not a lot, but there is a slight difference in the height of these 2 top mounts. So I think that's going to definitely solve our problem with the movement. But let me put this one back in. I just want to clean up the bar that goes into the hub, and then clean up that bit as well. Just get a bit of get a wire brush, just brush it all off, brush off all the rust I can around all the bolts and nuts and stuff like that, and then start building it all back together, basically. So yeah, that's what I'll do next. So I'll set you up. Let's put this one back together. So this side is done. And let's see how much time we've got to do the other side. I don't know if I want to be able to do the other side, but let's see if I have got time. Let's do this. Right, guys, so that side is completely done, and all buttoned up, all tightened up and stuff. I haven't got time to do the other side today, so we'll jump on that on another video. But yeah, there's there's a very tiny bit of movement, but that's kind of where we should be with it. And this one is just, yeah, loads and loads of play. So definitely need to be done. Before I put the wheels back on, I am going to paint them. You can see I've painted them black inside here and painted the actual trims silver. So that'll finish it all off, nice and decent. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be the end of today's. Still got some welding to do, bits and pieces around this car, but it's in absolute pieces. But yeah, that's where we are. That's how far we've got, but it's definitely getting there. It just needs all doing, doesn't it? So there we go. I'm going to leave it there, and then we're going to jump on the next video on this probably next week now, because on Friday's video I want to show you the new project that I got. I got the other day actually, but I want to show you it on Friday's video. We'll start on that straight away. We'll start tearing it apart and working on that on the new project on Friday. So that's going to be the end, guys. Don't forget, drop me a comment if you've got anything to say on today's video, and let me know, all those professional welders out there, let me know, for a first time welding, is that acceptable? I'm hoping it is. I believe it is. I think it is. So that's going to be it. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.